Blank pages can be surprisingly intimidating, but what if you didn't need the perfect idea to start? Today I'm sharing one of my favorite ways to overcome a creative block, and we're going to turn a blank page into a colorful Frida Kahlo inspired painting. Start with a blotchy stained page and work your idea from there. Here's the interesting part. I still don't know exactly how this page is going to turn out, and that's completely okay. I almost never start with a finished picture in my head. Welcome to the I Love to Paint channel. This is your artsy friend Martha. This is a painting collaboration called First Saturday Art. Please check the next link in the description box below to see the next artist and get inspired. Some of the topics we have for this month is Frida Kahlo and lollipops. So I decided to have this Frida Kahlo with a lollipop. If you're waiting until you have the perfect idea before you paint, you might be waiting a very long time. Sometimes the idea appears after you start, and it is perfectly fine to change your mind about colors middle of the way. Quick question for you. When you don't know what to paint, what usually stops you? Is it too many ideas or not enough? Let me know in the comments because I am really curious. Here are some ideas to stop artist block. Make a list of things you like animals, cats, dogs, or things like flowers. Go outside in nature and look at the leaves, rocks, mushrooms if you find any. Take a few photos of what you find and see if that inspires you. You can also do like in this collaboration, make a list for the things each month that are celebrated nationwide or worldwide. And that's a great way to keep painting and drawing in your sketchbook. There's always, every single month, something to celebrate. Other ideas to wake up your creativity and dissolve artist block is looking at food items. Go and check out some fancy cookies or ice cream or a lollipop, like in this case, or a beautiful salad. And hey, tacos as well, they are beautiful. One of the best ways you can support a free art channel like mine is by liking and sharing the videos you enjoy. It helps YouTube know this video is worth showing to more creative people, and I am always so grateful for your support. Something that always works for me is, like I said in the beginning of the video, to brush or roll acrylic paint on the page in your favorite colors or in your canvas. More often than not, I roll the brayer on a page when I'm doing jelly printing. So I have several pages with fun acrylic paint colors on it, and that invites me to paint something. The dress and the background ended up being too similar for my taste. So here I am adding lighter layers of yellow acrylic color as a highlight. And I wanted that ochre for the background because you often see those earthy colors in Frida Kahlo's art. Here's something I have learned over the years. Inspiration doesn't always come first. More often than not, it shows up after you have been painting the first few strokes. So let's just start painting those few strokes. I am painting this page in a folksy style, which is not a lot of detail and lots of brush strokes. One of my favorite things to paint is faces, so I am right now in my happy place. You hear everywhere to get out of your comfort zone, but I think it's perfectly fine to do something that makes you comfortable, especially if for whatever reason you are having art block or feeling uninspired. Yes, doing things out of your comfort zone is usually where we learn something new, but on the other hand, sometimes a girl just wants to feel the familiar style and create from a comfort zone. No judgment here. Notice how different this page is looking from when we started? At the beginning, it didn't look like much at all. That's why I try not to judge my artwork too early. And I don't even care that the nose is completely different in her self portraits. I am having fun, and this is my page. You should also always allow yourself to paint without many rules, or paint inspired by an artist but doing your own thing. The important part is that you are having fun and feeling relaxed. If you're painting along with me, remember that your page doesn't have to look like mine at all. It doesn't have to look like the artist either. It doesn't have to look like the original. You can pick your own colors. The goal isn't to copy somebody. The thing is to get yourself creating. Instead of doing the typical big flowers that she carried in her hair, especially in the portraits, I decided to just give her a tiny little ribbon with a couple of daisies here and there, and I think it looks super cute. I have said this before in other videos. It is super fun and helpful to splash some color in the pages of your art journal or sketchbook. So when you want to start a painting, but you don't know what to paint, you don't know where to start, you have already some hints in the blotches and stains and marks, and avoid the blank page. Question of the day. When you are staring at a blank page, what do you usually do? Do you look for inspiration online? Flip through an old sketchbook? Start with random colors? Or do you walk away and come back later? I would love to read your answers because I think we can all learn new ways to get unstuck from each other. And now, the piece of resistance, the famous and weird eyebrows. Actually, they are not weird, they are just a little too populated. But, Frida wouldn't be Frida if she didn't have these eyebrows. I love these acrylic markers. They paint over everything and they dry fast. And since they are acrylic paint, they just don't react afterwards. So it's pretty cool. If your painting is looking flat, the way to add depth is with darker colors in the edges. So it has like a 3D effect. These crayons are great for contouring. It gives more depth. They react with water, but after they dry, it's like acrylic paint. They won't react anymore. They are dry for good. I love them. Check the description box for supplies and to see the next artist. Remember to keep your paintbrush wet.